Tiger, hello, hello. Please give an introduction about yourself.
Hello, thank you very much. I am Tiger White. I am currently in the crypto trading campus mainly. Uh, I'm 38, so I'm one of the older guys to escape the matrix. Uh, I have a background in IT. I've been in the real world for I think almost 6 months now. Um, and during that time, I've already got promoted to masterclass, which is why I'm here talking to you.
Got it. Okay. Quite a bit of material for me to go off of. First, why the name Tiger White? Because when you said Tiger White, first thing that popped in my head was Tiger Woods. I'm sure some
Yeah,
relates.
there's not a lot of people named Tiger. Yeah, that's a nickname that I've had for like over half my life now. Where I live, I'm like the white guy with that are friends with a bunch of Asian people from all over. So I was kind of the white tiger of the group. So that's what they nicknamed me, and it stuck ever since.
That's a pretty good nickname, to be fair.
It's not
I
bad.
do
It's
like
not
that.
bad.
Okay. And you say 38. So, yeah. You didn't look 38. That also caught me by surprise.
Oh, very
You
good.
said
I
younger.
got grays. You just probably can't see it on the video.
Okay.
I got my long Keanu Reeves hair. I'm trying to grow out too. So
Solid. Nice.
John Wick.
All right. Then IT. What got you into the real world then? If you're in the IT sector.
Uh, what got me in the real world was finding Tate. Um, I've actually gone through quite a bit of life in the last few years, I would say, lots of paradigm shifts. So once I found Tate, which was a funny story, maybe I'll tell it, maybe not. Uh, I was like, oh, what's this guy? Because he's dressed up as Neo from The Matrix, which honestly happened to be one of my favorite movies. So it was hard for me at first. I was like, is this guy for real? So I started like digging into him, and I was like, oh shit, this guy's for real. He's the top G, right? So that's actually how I got roped in. Was through finding him on Instagram from some of my old friends sending me Instagram clips. So that's how I found it.
You say old friends. What happened?
Yes. Well, over the last several years, I've kind of distanced myself from everybody I used to kick it with because where I'm from, everybody just drinks or does drugs or both all the time. So I've distanced myself that for many years now. Um, and I only kept a few friends close, really like my best friends. But since joining the real world, I realized that everything that I need and the type of people that I need are inside the real world. And
Mhm.
unfortunately for me, I don't have any of those around me in real life. So
Uh, but I guess online is next best thing for people who share the same mindset and are on the same trajectory. It still is pretty real at that point. To be fair, do you do calls with them? I'm just wondering, like privately or group calls?
from the real world
Yeah,
or
yeah,
my
with
friends?
the trading campus guys, masterclass.
We haven't yet, but Professor Michael G is setting up some crazy back end research center stuff. I guess you could call it, and we all kind of are going to fill a role in that. So I would assume at that point we're going to actually probably like do a live stream with each other perhaps.
Mhm.
But right now it's just Prof giving master class videos, and obviously he doesn't show his face, so
Yeah, fair
no
enough.
one's seen each other yet.
Fair, fair. Now, why did you join the trading campus, or did you get into other campuses initially?
No, when I did the little quiz, it put me in ecom, but I knew that's not what I wanted. I specifically came for crypto trading because I had done that for maybe like 2 years before joining. Um, I wouldn't say I was successful, but I wouldn't say I was really bad either. I'm probably at break even before I joined. So uh, I made a decision at the beginning of the year that I wanted to join a community. So I had already went to some free ones and I hopped around in Discords and Reddits and all that, and it was all shit. Nobody really knew crypto like I did fundamentally. I didn't really understand trading 1% of what I do now since joining Trading Campus, but I would say, long story short, I just hopped around a bit, and I made the decision that I was going to join one of two places, and I'm glad that I picked this one over the other one.
Interesting. So potentially you could have joined the other one and then not be here. Huh.
Yeah, it's great, and it was like a very close decision.
Hmm.
So I'm glad I picked this one because this is what I get from this one is insane.
What was the reason though for saying you wanted to join a community at the start of the year?
Well, if you're a self-taught trader and you're sitting here by yourself trying to teach yourself, and all you have is dog shit YouTube, and these people that are just trying to get views instead of actually teach you something worthwhile, you want to find people that you can relate to, like-minded people. So for me, I was like, I have to find a group of people that actually trade crypto, that know a lot about it, that I can learn from, and whatever I know I can teach them too. So for me, it was strictly community driven.
Mhm. Got it. And what was the process like then for you to learn trading through the trading campus?
Oh, the process was wild. I Right when I joined, I think that's when they were splitting the campuses, um, from Adams to Michaels. So I went through the intro with Adam, and right when I saw him on video, G ranting all his stuff, like, if you got shit coins, get rid of them. Uh, Dump all that shit now. You don't know what you're doing. I was like, oh, this guy is good. I like this. So I was actually confused because they were just splitting it when I joined, and then I found my way into Trading Campus, and I still go back and listen to Adam when I have time, which isn't very often. But I got into trading, and then that's where I stuck. Um, because like I said, that's my background. That's what I
Mhm.
wanted to do. Investing is great if you have money to invest, but I got to trade my way up to get that money to invest. So
Fair enough. Okay. Now, do explain some more what the process was like going through the material, learning it, then what the actual quizzes you need to do to advance further. Like, what was the whole process there?
yeah, so Michael's is a bit different. When I first joined, he had Scalpers University. So my first maybe like month or two, I was zooming through that. I mean, like 5, 6 hours a day, not sleeping, like just soaking it all up. I think I ended up with like 90 pages of notes. But then the cool part is that Michael is always updating his material. So right after I finished that, he had launched White Belt, which he calls boot camp. So he literally took everything that he's learned over all the years that he's been teaching, like tens of thousands of students or whatever it is. I'm sure it's an astronomical number. And he made a 30-day boot camp for everybody. So even the guys that were around back from Hustlers University all had to redo that boot camp in order to advance through the curriculum. So after Scalpers, I went to the boot camp, which was 30 days, and then I got promoted into Blue Belt, and that's where I think all of us are sitting in there right now that had graduated. That Purple Belt is soon to come, and then after that, Black Belt.
Okay. Uh,
So process is intense, but it's very good.
sorry.
Boot camp itself it's like 30 minutes a day, and the material in there that you can get just doing one day at a time, you just won't find it anywhere else because I've been everywhere else, I think. So it's really good stuff.
Uh, and how much time investment roughly did it take you to pass his masterclass?
So Michael's masterclass isn't a test or a quiz. His is invite only. So instead of cruising all the material and figuring stuff out and answering a test, he literally has to handpick you for masterclass. For me, it was perfect timing because he actually pinged me at like 8 o'clock here at night, and he said, "Hey, I would like to invite you to my master class," and it happened to be on my birthday too. And I normally don't care about birthdays, but I was like, "Damn, he just invited me on my birthday," so, so I was all excited. You can ask my son because I got that message from Prof, and I jumped out of my chair. I was like, "Oh my God, son, I got promoted to master class," and at the time I was only in for like 4 months. So I think I was like the newest member at the time to get promoted to masterclass. So it was a big chip on my shoulder, but it only lasted like 30 minutes. And I was like, all right, let's get to work because
Mhm.
now I got a lot of responsibility for the rest of the campus.
What does that mean? Have a lot of responsibility. What kind of responsibility?
Well, so the reason I don't want to say too much about Michael's process because he doesn't like lay it out. But if you're the type of person that is active, you do your daily tasks, you help other students, um, basically whenever you aren't making cash or doing your other side businesses or with family, like you're in there helping and doing whatever you can to make the campus better. That's I think what he probably looks for. So, for me, I was that guy because, like I said, community is very important to me. I'm very good at communicating through my IT job. I'm kind of like a BA, data analyst guy. So I do a lot of talking and I can talk to people on different levels. So I always found myself helping students whenever possible. Um, and that's how I found myself to get asked to join. And of course, I said yes immediately.
Awesome. Okay. Now, how different would you say your average day is now compared to before you joined the real world?
Sadly, now it's different. For me, the big goal is to obviously be in the real world all day long, every day. But right now, uh, as Prof. Michael is teaching, is to stack cash and hopefully prepare for the next bull market if it comes. Um, so, because of my perfectly lived matrix life, I have debt and a house to pay for, and bills, and my son, and a lot of things to take care of financially. So, I have some things in the works, I'll say, to make some cash. So I'm not in the real world as much as I want to be right now, but I am stacking cash and paying off debts and getting ready for uh, the day that I can finally take my last leg out of the matrix and go full time working for myself and being in the real world.
All right, solid. Okay. And just a bit about what kind of trading system are you developing? Are you comfortable revealing?
Uh, yeah, it's fine. I mean, the one thing I've learned, and anybody from Masterclass would tell you, none of us think the same and none of us trade the same. So there's 20 of us now in Masterclass, I think, a nice round number. But all of us trade completely different. All of us have completely different systems. There's guys doing things in there that I still can't even comprehend because they're all over the GPD data and who's going to say what, and they have all these things they follow and these systems that they built. For me, I have super simple systems, and I've kind of always traded that way. So I just look at price action, um, RSI slightly, and basically I have one system for ranges that I've tested out that has positive EV, and I have another one that I built for breakout trading.
Hmm.
And there's really nothing too complex, just whichever way the charts are laying, I can play either one of them.
Got it. And I know you mentioned part of this already, but I'm wondering if there's more to go. Just be succinct. What's the word? Succinct. That's the
Succinct?
succinct. To be
That's proper.
okay. I want to be succinct. I think that's the right way to use it. And wow, trying to say the word and I forgot what I was going to say. Okay, with what you learned within the masterclass, within the trading bootcamp, how different is it compared to what you could have found on the internet?
Night and day, uh, to say the least. Um, there was things like I guess I'm good at recognizing patterns, right? Which is why I like trading. But the things that I learned from professor and a lot of the other students, God, I mean, I could talk like literally a whole day about how different it is when you go on. I mean, maybe you get lucky and you find a Discord with some extremely experienced people in crypto, but it's doubted, right? If you're going to pay somebody a lot more than you would pay for the real world, you're probably going to get dog shit information. So the things that we learn it's literally just things that you probably never even think of unless you have somebody professional, like the professors talking about it. Like I said, I cruised around everywhere, and so many of the things that I have learned are I've just never even heard of until I heard it from Prof. So
Awesome.
I could go into details on all of them, but I'll just say there's a lot. And if anybody ever joins, go to boot camp and you'll find out right away.
Okay. And since you're on this trajectory, where do you see your life heading in the short term, medium term, and long term?
Uh, Short term, finish the John Wick hair. Uh, Long term, the probably the best part about Crypto Trading Campus, one of the best. I don't want to say it is the best, but through boot camp, Michael has you do big mistake, and he has you do big goal. So the essence of both of those is he literally will give you a platform to talk to him privately about what your biggest mistake was, and then he gives you another platform to talk about a 3-year goal, and he'll help you build it. So for me, that's insane that a guy of his status would literally take the time and go through and read every single person's big mistakes and big goals, and then create a video replying to it and give you tips on how to improve it or things that you need to do to change it. So for me, that's priceless. That alone is worth an enormous amount of money, right? When you're people like us, when you don't understand how the real world actually works, to hear it from him, like specifically to your issues, your problems, your financial needs, your goals, I just find that to be insane. I still can't believe that every single week he's making 2 to 3 videos, literally responding to every single new student that comes in and giving them advice on how to be extremely successful within 3 years.
All right, beautiful. Love that. And now to wrap
Yeah.
everything up, since this had a very positive experience with the real world, for people who are unsure about joining, because what if they'll get scammed for $50? What
Oh,
advice would
scam.
you have to them?
Yeah. So my background, I literally am trained to spot scams, working in IT and being around security, building databases, doing all that shit. Um, Security is obviously number one. So for me, when I'm out there anywhere online, clicking anything, which I usually don't click anything, I do my due diligence and I do it very, very well. I spent days researching, digging stuff up on Tate, on the real world, on anything that I could find. I actually saw you out there before I had joined. So props to you, Rokas. I was like, who's this guy giving interviews on all these people? Are these real people? Are they actually in the
No,
real
all
world,
paid
or is this
actors,
just
all
a scam?
300 plus people paid actors.
Yeah, right. But no, that's like how I think. I think risk first,
Mhm.
right? Which is something Prof would tell you too. So I did my analysis of the pros and cons, and obviously it's like $50 a month. Like, what is that? Like, it's nothing, and I still can't believe it's only 50. So what I would say is, like Tate would say, it's speed, right? Don't sit there taking days and weeks figuring out shit like I do. I just have one of those brains. Like, it's $50, man. How can you go wrong? If you think it's a scam, you're wrong. Uh, Click the button and join, and you'll see for yourself. Just be ready to work.
Awesome. Okay. Tiger, thank you for coming on, sharing your experience with the real world, with the masterclass. Clearly, Michael has had a huge impact on you. So it's been awesome to hear that as well.
Huge.
And yeah, it was great to get to know you. And I do wish you all the best for the future. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a good one.